Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 8th Annual HOFSPYS Awards. We are so excited and so grateful to have each and every one of you here tonight, and it is so great to be back here at the Max Sports Complex for the 8th annual edition of this night. What makes tonight so special? Tonight is a celebration. It's a celebration of you, our incredible Hofstra athletes. It's a night in which we celebrate all of your achievements, all of your hard work on your respective field of play, your dedication in the classroom, the sacrifice of time, the training, the diet, everything that you need to do in order to optimally perform on your respective field of play and perform at your best in the classroom. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is an opportunity to say thank you. Thank you to your coaches, assistant coaches, trainers, administrators, your tutors, everyone who works so hard to support all of your hard work on the field and in the classroom to make your job as simple as going out there, doing your best, and performing. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we celebrate you, our wonderful student athletes, but we also celebrate a very special segment of Hofstra Athletics, and that is our spirit support teams. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause first for our Hofstra University Pep Band. I know I'm not alone when I say that when I walk into this arena, that is the first sound that I'm greeted by, watching them over there playing, and whether it's here in the arena or whether it's James M. Schuer Stadium, and sometimes it's nice and sunny, or sometimes early in the cross season, it is cold, it is windy, but they are out there and they're playing their butts off for you and for the fans, and we thank them for the liveliness that they bring to a Hofstra game day experience. Ladies and gentlemen, we also send our congratulations to the Hofstra cheer team, who placed third nationally in the large co-ed division in their first year competing in that division. So a round of applause for your Hofstra University cheer team. And also, ladies and gentlemen, we are so proud to share with you that your Hofstra University dance team are national champions, placing first nationally in the jazz and the game day division. So, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for your national champion, Hofstra University dance team. I did want to make one more point about you, our student athletes. We always talk about your achievements, your hard work, your dedication on the field and in the classroom, but there is another important component to what makes you such a special group, and I'd be remiss not to mention it here tonight. We are so proud. Oh, I see Kate and Willie, ladies and gentlemen, Kate and Willie in the house. What makes you all so special, and I can personally vouch for this, having seen your careers from the time that you were a freshman to many of you outgoing seniors, is the class in which you represent this university, your respective teams, and this Hofstra University community. And for that, ladies and gentlemen, each and every one of you are not only to be commended, but it is a reflection upon your tutors, your coaches, your families, everyone involved. You're only going to play here for a certain period of time, but when you leave here, you are representing Hofstra University and Hofstra University athletics as a professional, but more importantly, as a person. So I continue that you always strive to represent yourself, represent your families, and represent Hofstra University in the class and the dignity that you have always done. So I thank you for that, ladies and gentlemen. In addition, throughout the evening, in between awards, a number of our student athletes have offered their thanks to many of our incredible partners on campus and in the community. We are so thankful for all the various departments and groups that support Hofstra Athletics. Ladies and gentlemen, one housekeeping note before we begin the program. I would like to ask all presenters and award winners to enter the stage on the right-hand side, and once they are complete with their photos or their speech, you will exit on the left-hand side. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and pleasure to welcome the president of Hofstra University and an ardent supporter of Hofstra Athletics and you, our Hofstra athletes. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Hofstra University President, Dr. Susan Poser.
My walk-on music, I can't hear it. Oh well, I have to find this out later, what they chose for my walk-up music. Anyway, good evening and welcome to the HOFSPYS. I have to say, I came in just as all the student athletes were headed down the stairs, and you guys clean up pretty well. I gotta say, you all look fantastic. So I'm very happy to be here tonight to celebrate a year of athletic success and honor the contributions that each of you has made to your team, to athletics, and to the university through your hard work on and off the field, in the classroom, and in the community. As I've said many times before, you bring so much to our campus as leaders and as ambassadors for Hofstra, which you do every time you step off this campus and go to a game or a competition or into the community to do service work. Speaking of which, your work in the community this year has been absolutely outstanding. You logged nearly 4,400 hours of service, which is a Hofstra record number of hours by a long shot. So why don't we give you all an applause for that? That was amazing work. It makes you look good serving the community, but it makes the entire university look good, and we really appreciate it. And I know I speak for the whole university when I say that I am especially proud of your achievements in the classroom. Last fall, Hofstra student athletes completed another exceptional semester academically, compiling a record, again, another record, 3.57 grade point average. That is phenomenal. Now, I hope that with all of the noise out there right now in college athletics about NIL, about the transfer portal, and the impending, quote, House settlement, and the changes that it's going to bring to college athletics, if it ever gets approved, one never knows, I hope that you all understand and appreciate the great situation that you have here at Hofstra. Here you are getting a Division I experience at a place that deeply cares about and supports athletics, and each of you as athletes, but also deeply cares about the quality of the education that you are receiving, a quality that requires you to devote a significant amount of your time to your studies. And that probably makes your lives doubly exhausting a lot of the times. I'm sure that that's true. That combination, being a Division I student athlete at a school where your education really, really matters to us, means that you are learning leadership, teamwork, discipline, critical thinking, communication, and how to solve problems of all sorts. Now, am I talking about you now as students or as athletes? Obviously, I'm talking about both. You're doing all of those things in both of these roles that you play. You are student athletes who are getting one big education on the field and off, and all of it is setting you up for a successful career and an abundant life. I mean, who would not want to admit, hire, befriend, and spend time with somebody who is a leader, a good communicator, someone who knows how to work in teams and give others credit, who can think critically, write well, and solve problems. That's all about you as when you graduate, and of course for those of you who are graduating, and I congratulate you and will congratulate you again in another week or so. This might all be hard to appreciate with all of the craziness going on in college sports right now, but it's true. This well-rounded education that you're enjoying as a student athlete is going to serve you well for the rest of your lives. And the great thing about education is that no one can ever take it away from you. You can never not use it. So to the coaches and the athletic staff, thank you for all that you do. I know that only some of your work is visible to the rest of the campus, and there is so much else that goes on that is not always visible. And there are scores of people who work behind the scenes to ensure the health, safety, and academic success of these student athletes, to keep our facilities in shape, to raise money to help support the athletic enterprise, and to deal with the regulatory environment. There's a lot of people. And many of you wear more than one of these hats. So thank you for all you do. I really appreciate you. Let's give our coaches and athletic staff a hand. And finally, of course, I want to thank your leader, Vice President Rick Cole, whose passion for excellence and for winning is equaled only by his passion for community and for equity. We are very lucky to have Rick at the helm, guiding our athletes through these turbulent times. So let's thank Rick and the whole athletic staff for the fine work over the past year. So thank you. I think we need to get on with the show. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening.
My name's Olivia Malinowski from the softball team and SAAC Vice President. And on behalf of the entire athletic department, I would like to say a huge thank you to President Poser for her leadership and dedication. Your support means the world to us.
Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for Hofstra University President Dr. Susan Poser. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been another strong year for Hofstra Athletics. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a look back at the year that was in Hofstra Pride Athletics with our annual highlight video.
Whoa, I was born for greatness. Oh, a legend in the making, deep in my bones. Oh yeah, I know I am the champion. Whoa, come on, try and take it. Whoa, it all comes down to this and deep in my bones. Oh yeah, I know I am the champion. You know I'm out for blood. I'm feeling dangerous. I just can't get enough.
back at 2024-2025. Thank you all, each and every one of you, for creating such outstanding moments. A round of applause for Hofstra Athletics and an excellent year that it was in Hofstra Athletics.
Hi, my name is Claire Galante from the women's golf team and SAAC president, and I would like to say thank you to the senior administration of Hofstra University for all that they do for our university and for their unwavering support of Hofstra Athletics.
Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for what you have all come here for. Time to give out some awards. So let's get right to it. If you're an award recipient, please make your way to the stage to accept your award after your name is announced. Our first awards of the night are the Strength and Conditioning Awards. These awards are given to a student athlete for outstanding performance and commitment to strength and conditioning. The winners are selected by the Hofstra Strength and Conditioning staff. Here to present the awards are Associate Director of Athletics for Sports Performance, Kelly Shaver, Assistant Strength and Conditioning Coaches, Evie Jerome.
The nominees for the Strength and Conditioning Award from a women's team are Tori Bean, cross country, track, and golf. Kendall Jackson, lacrosse. Lauren Conzen, volleyball. Margaret Peterson, soccer. Arden Voitalk, field hockey.
And the winner of the Strength and Conditioning Award from a women's team is Tori Bien from golf, cross country, and track.
Nominees for the Strength and Conditioning Award from a men's team are Brandon Brown, baseball. Will Delaney, lacrosse. Russell Hunter, baseball. Ross McFarland, wrestling. Joe Russo, wrestling.
And the winner of the Strength and Conditioning Award from a men's team is Ross McFarland, wrestling.
This is Michael Brown from the baseball team, and I would like to thank the Hofstra University Physical Plant Department for all that they do to maintain our campus and our athletic facilities. We appreciate your hard work.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next award is the Pride Cup. The Pride Cup is a year-long competition between teams that incorporates academic achievement, team performance, community service, attendance and mandatory programming, and support of fellow athletic teams. However, the race is too close to call, and the cup cannot be presented this evening. Here to give an update on the Pride Cup is one of the SAAC Pride Cup coordinators. Please welcome Zahima Swint.
So usually around this time of the year, we'll have a clear winner of who has Pride Cup. But it's been a forced sorry, give me a second, I'm a little nervous. It's been fierce competition and exceptional attendance. We have to wait another week to figure out who has it. It has truly been exciting to be one of the Pride Cup coordinators during this eventful year. Our last Pride Cup game will be baseball at 2 p.m. on Friday. So you guys, we're looking forward to you guys coming, and everyone there will get their final Pride Cup points. Jesus Christ.
Hello, this is Kyle Mosher from the wrestling team, and I would like to thank our campus media for their efforts in covering our athletic teams throughout the year and for giving us the opportunities to tell our stories.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next award is the Spirit Support Group Award. This honor is awarded to the Spirit Support Group whose collaboration has demonstrated success and overall contribution to the athletic department this year. Here to present this award, please welcome the Director of Creative and Digital Marketing Strategy, Hannah Geller.
Our winner is the dance team.
McMahon from the field hockey team. On behalf of our student athletes, coaches, and staff, I would like to say thank you to the entire Hofstra public safety staff for keeping our campus safe. We appreciate all you do for Hofstra athletics.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time now to present the Team Pride Awards. The Team Pride Awards is selected by each coaching staff and honors a student athlete that is selfless and always puts their team first. This individual serves as a guiding light for the rest of the team and represents a program in the highest standards in everything that they do. If you're a winner, please proceed to the stage for a group photo. From the softball team, Emma Fallon. From baseball, Luke Masick. From women's basketball, Janea Fargo. From men's basketball, German Plotnikov. From women's cross country, Sarah Lynn Fenerick. From men's cross country, Dan Torillo. From women's track, Tori Bean. From men's track, Alec Padron. From field hockey, Kelly Levengood. From volleyball, Clara Ball. From women's golf, Mai Takahashi. From men's golf, Vincent Apostolico. From women's lacrosse, Megan Flannery. From men's lacrosse, Trevor Natalie. From women's soccer, Olivia Pierce. From men's soccer, Logan Doust. From women's tennis, Mary Madigan. From men's tennis, Josh Reynolds. From wrestling, Dylan Acevedo. From the pep band, Matteo Cardacci. From the dance team, Avery Mars. From the cheer team, John Evers. And from the mascots, Kate.
This is Riley from the women's soccer team, and on behalf of all the student athletes, we would like to thank our coaches for the time and effort they put in to make us better athletes, students, and people. We appreciate you more than you know.
Our next award, ladies and gentlemen, is one that has been voted on by our student athletes and Spirit Support. It is the most likely to live in the Student Center Award, and I would like to ask Mai Takahashi of the women's golf team and Josie Reset of the pep band to come up to present these awards.
For the most likely to live in the Student Center Award goes to the Hofstra men's soccer team. Can someone from the soccer team please come up and take a picture?
And the most likely to live in the Student Center Award for Spirit is Lila Owens from the cheer team.
This is Clara Ball from the volleyball team, and I would like to express our gratitude to Vice President and Director of Athletics, Rick Cole Jr., and the entire athletic department staff. We appreciate your leadership, guidance, support, and effort in helping us perform at our best in athletics, in the classroom, in the community, and in life.
Our next award is the Rookie of the Year from a Women's Team Award. This award is presented to a freshman who shows maturity and displays outstanding athleticism and dedication in their sport, but also understands the importance of sportsmanship and what it takes to be a member of the Pride. Here to present this award is first-year field hockey coach. Please welcome Hillary Fitz.
For Rookie of the Year from a women's team are Kaylee Bender, lacrosse. Gemma DeRazio, softball. Haley Moshida, soccer. Ellie Pamitat, volleyball. Isabella Tessara, field hockey.
The winner of the Rookie of the Year from a women's team is Kaylee Bender from the lacrosse team.
Ms. Flynn from the women's basketball team. I would like to express my gratitude to all the corporate partners and donors of Hofstra Athletic Pride Club. Your support is greatly appreciated by everyone, and we cannot thank you enough.
Our next award is the Rookie of the Year from a men's team award. Here to present this award, please welcome first-year wrestling coach Jamie Franco.
For Rookie of the Year from a men's team are Drew Bogardas, lacrosse. Tyler Castrotero, baseball. Joshua Decady, basketball. Thengil Orison, soccer.
And the winner of this year's Rookie of the Year from a men's team is Drew Bogardas from the lacrosse team.
This is KJ Paul from the men's track and field team, and I would just like to thank the doctors, nurses, therapists, and everyone else at Northwell Health for the tremendous job that they do in keeping us healthy, tending to our injuries, and getting us back into action as soon as possible.
Our next award, ladies and gentlemen, is the Coaching Staff of the Year Award. The Coaching Staff of the Year Award is to honor a staff which has demonstrated a sound ability to develop and improve individual and team performance throughout the year through promoting fun, fairness, participation, respect, and upholding the rules, values, and goals of Hofstra University. Here to present this award is Assistant Director of Athletics for Mental Health Services. Please welcome Dr. Rebecca Bertuccio.
The winner of the Coaching Staff of the Year award is wrestling.
Hello, this is Eugene Kang from the men's golf team, and I would like to thank the Hofstra Center for Career Design and Development for their help in preparing for life after college. From resume writing assistant and offering mock interviews to hosting career fairs and more, we truly appreciate all you do.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next award is a new award for this year, and it is one that is truly near and dear to our hearts for everyone involved with Hofstra Athletics. The Cindy Lewis Award, named in honor of our longtime administrator who passed away in 2023. Cindy spent 43 years at Hofstra as a coach and administrator, and also was a two-sport student athlete for the Pride. The award is presented to the Hofstra Athletics Employee of the Year. Here to present the award is Vice President and Director of Athletics. Please welcome Rick Cole Jr.
The winner of the Cindy Lewis Award as Employee of the Year is Jessica Kalbfleisch.
Hello, my name is Jacqueline Orellana, and I'm on the cross country and track and field team. And I would like to express my gratitude to the Student Government Association for their advocacy on behalf of Hofstra's student body and their ongoing support of Pride Athletics.
Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to present the Team Most Valuable Player Awards. Once again, if you're a winner, please proceed to the stage for a group photo. From softball, Alana Morris. From baseball, Dylan Palmer. From women's basketball, Emma Von Essen. From men's basketball, Cruz Davis. From women's cross country, Jacqueline Orellana. From men's cross country, Abraham Longosiwa. From women's track, Isabella Jarina. From men's track, Abraham Longosiwa. From field hockey, Pika Roos. From volleyball, Beatriz Alves. From women's golf, Regina Cantu Chavez. From men's golf, Joseph Giamanco. From women's lacrosse, Nikki Manella. From men's lacrosse, Rory Jones. From men's soccer, Pearson Fuso. From women's soccer, Millie Davies. From women's tennis, Leah Forst-Donnell. From men's tennis, Noah Forst-Donnell. From wrestling, Kyle Mosher. From the pep band, Mia McPartling. From the dance team, Haley Dicio. From the cheer team, Matt Friedman. And from the mascots, Willie. Our next award is another student-voted award. We know that most of you here are inseparable, but who do you all think is the best duo? Let's find out. Here to present the award are Kendall Jackson from women's lacrosse and John Lucella from the dance team.
From Hofstra Athletics is Chelsea Villar and Mackenzie Fitzgerald from the softball team, but they're currently competing for the CAA championship, so they can't be with us tonight.
And your winner for the best duo for spirit support is Haley DeCio and Mia Antonellos from the dance team.
Our next award is the Hofstra Pride Community Service Award. This award is given to the student athlete that has completed the most hours of service throughout the academic year. Here to present the award are Hofstra SAAC Community Service Coordinators from the volleyball team, Clara Ball and Mary Madigan from women's tennis.
Hello. The winner of the Hofstra Pride Community Service Award for the second year in a row is Megan Carroll from the women's lacrosse team.
Hello, this is Kendall Jackson from the women's lacrosse team, and I would like to thank everyone on the team in the Office of Student Enrollment, Engagement, and Success. We all appreciate your involvement with Hofstra Athletics and the services and events made available to us.
Our next awards are the Golden Lion Awards. These awards are given to two individuals who best represent what it means to be a Hofstra University student athlete. The recipients must demonstrate commitment to their respective teams as well as their fellow student athletes, as show dedication in their academic pursuits and community service endeavors. Here to present this award is Assistant Director of Athletics for Donor and Fan Experience. Please welcome Mackenzie Taylor.
The recipients of the Golden Lion Awards are Pierce Infuso from men's soccer and Olivia Malinowski from softball. Neither Olivia or Pierce could be here with us tonight due to softball traveling to the CAA Championship and Pierce's commitments to his professional soccer club, NYCFC Second.
Hello, my name is Josh Reynolds from the men's tennis team, and I would like to say thank you to Hofstra's Office of the Bursar and Registrar and to Student Financial Services for their help in answering our questions, assisting with class schedules, and taking us through the financial aid process.
Our next award is the Team of the Year Award. This award is presented to the team who has achieved outstanding success throughout their season for the 2024-2025 academic year. The members of this team have represented the Pride in all aspects, demonstrating the utmost commitment, athleticism, and dedication to their sport. Here to present this award is Associate Director of Athletics for External Affairs. Please welcome Jessica Kalfleisch.
The winner of the Team of the Year Award is men's soccer.
This is Mary Madigan from the women's tennis team, and this thank you goes out to Cornell Craig and the Office of Equity and Inclusion. We appreciate all the time you take to speak with us and educate us on these important issues.
Our next awards are the final student-voted ones of the evening, and judging by the name Walking Ice Pack, I'm going to go ahead and say that the winner spends a lot of time in the athletic training room. Here to present the awards are Bryn Hepting from the women's lacrosse team and Matt Friedman from the cheer team.
Winner of the Hofstra Athletics Walking Ice Pack Award is Abby Catalano from the women's lacrosse team.
My name is Anthony Malika from the men's lacrosse team, and I would like to say thank you to the Compass Group for being outstanding supporters of our athletics department and for helping us meet our nutritional needs each and every day.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we get to our next award, we have some important business to attend to. Last night, at the final Hofstra Student Athlete Advisory Committee meeting, the executive board for next year was voted on. Here to announce the 2025-2026 Hofstra SAAC Executive Board is current President Claire Galante of the women's golf team.
Will next year's SAAC Executive Board please join us on stage? President, Chelsea Vlar, softball. Vice President, Chase Liardi, wrestling. Secretary, Cade Japal, men's track. Fundraising Coordinator, Jarius Clark, wrestling. Community Service Coordinators, Clara Ball, volleyball, and Sab Mohammed, women's tennis. Equity and Wellness Coordinator, Tess Satterfield, field hockey. Pride Cup Coordinators, Kelly Levengood, field hockey, and Gemma Durazio, softball. And finally, Media Relations Coordinator, Jamie Cartnell, men's track and cross country team.
Our next awards, ladies and gentlemen, are a truly special one for members of Hofstra Athletics, Hofstra University, and the Hofstra community. The Nick Kalaluri Unsung Hero Awards. This award was established in 2007 to recognize a student athlete that has always been an exceptional representative of the Hofstra Athletics program. The award is named after the former Pride lacrosse player who waged a courageous 14-month battle against non-Hodgkin's lymphoma before passing away in November 2006 at the age of 21. We are honored to have Nick's brother, Pat, who is the Chief Development Officer at the Headstrong Foundation, and Headstrong Foundation Vice President Jeff Baxter here with us tonight to present both awards. But before that, we ask you to please direct your attention to the video screen for a message about Nick and the Headstrong Foundation.
I'd ask you all to think about someone in your lives that you maybe underestimated at some point. Maybe it's someone that you looked at a different way for whatever reason, some bias, maybe where they were from, their background, past performance. Everywhere I've been, I've had to find people that had something to prove. I've had to find people that others underestimated for whatever reason, and somehow pull out of them the best traits so that they can overachieve relative to people think they can. And I say that to you and I ask you to think about someone in your life, someone who you thought you overlooked, someone who you thought you underestimated. And if you go back to them and you ask yourself those moments in that underestimation, did you think that they can make an impact on you? Did you think that they can make an impact on others? Do you think that they can seemingly change the world? Nick Kalaluri was that for me. You know, Nick Kalaluri was this fighter, this energetic, this captivating person. What drew me to him was the captivation that others were drawn to when he talked to him. What he taught me was he taught me how to love. I say he taught us how to love because Nick was unapologetically himself. It didn't matter the environment. He was going to believe in himself. He was going to demand that you accept him. And he was unafraid of anything. Size of other people, speed, didn't matter. You know, he was a 5'7" kid who was the lineman on his football team, right? That doesn't make sense. He was one of the toughest players as one of the smallest guys out there. The first time I watched him in the college enrollment was against North Carolina in a fall scrimmage. He was on the wing of the faceoff. And in his first college moment, against one of the better teams, against the bigger people, he runs in off the wing and he knocks 3 people down in one stroke. Knocks them down. I looked at Coach Danowski, who's the coach too. We were on the sidelines together, and I said, we got something. We got a kid who's going to inspire us. And from that moment on, he did. He inspired other people by who he was, by being himself, by what he said, and what he did. When I think about Nick, I think about the legacy he leaves and has left. When I talk about Nick's legacy, I talk about one specific trait that he had. He was probably the best teammate I've ever been around in 23 years of college coaching. There's never been a better teammate than Kyle Lord. As they were driving up to Hofstra's campus, telling us that we had to grab Nick, bring him out of class, and they were going to tell him that he had cancer. He has absolutely no idea what is about to happen. When we walk in there, he sees his mom and dad sitting on the couch. And within a few minutes, he's told that he has cancer. The first words that came out of Nick's mouth, I want to tell my teammates. In that moment of sheer despair, in that moment where you've been told the worst news imaginable, the first thing that Nick thought about was others. So in his last days, we took our team down to see Nick. And I can remember walking into the Colorado house, and there was this nervousness about what was going to happen. And Nick took over. Nick took the room over. When I say he was unapologetically himself, he captivated 50 young men and made them feel comfortable within minutes. And that living room, it could have been the Hofstra locker room. Nick wanted to make his teammates feel comfortable to be themselves. And he made certain that every person who walked out of that house felt at peace that he had fought to the bitter end, that he had accepted his fate, and that his legacy was going to live on. Because his vision, his desire to make an impact on the world lives on for each of you. I ask you to be vulnerable enough, just like Nick, to look at others in a way that doesn't judge. Look for the good in others. Look for the best version that anyone who comes into your life can possibly have. Because Nick Callaway proved to me that there is something in every single person that can make an impact on a small part of the world, and for Nick's example, a big part of the world.
The winner of
the Unsung Hero Award from a women's team are Tori Bien, cross country, track, and golf. Heather Canavan, field hockey. Luciana Cardello, lacrosse. Janaea Fargo, basketball. Mary Madigan, tennis. Gabriella Marte, soccer. Ellie Pamitat, volleyball. Kelly Sandis, softball.
The winner of the Nicholas Callaway Unsung Hero Award from the women's team is Heather Canavan from the field hockey team.
nominees for the Nicholas Calalori Unsung Hero Award from a men's team are Rock Carlos, soccer. Joseph Giamanco, golf. Rory Jones, lacrosse. Abraham Longosiwa, cross country, track. German Plotnikov, basketball.
The winner of the Nick Calalori Unsung Hero Award for a men's team is German Plotnikov from the men's basketball team.
Hello, this is Laurie from the men's soccer team. I would like to express my gratitude to all of our family and friends for the incredible support they give us. We love and appreciate you all and would not be here today without you.
Our next award is the Colonel E. David Wojcik Jr. Award for Leadership and Service. This award for leadership and service was established in 2021 to recognize a student-athlete who has demonstrated the highest degree of excellence in their commitment to their country, Hofstra University, and their community by displaying unselfish devotion in leadership towards others while maintaining the principles of honor, courage, and commitment in the pursuit of success. Here to present this award, please welcome Deputy Director of Athletics and Chief Revenue Officer Brian Graff.
The recipient of the Colonel E. David Wojcik Jr. Award for Leadership and Service is Millie Davis, Women's Soccer.
This is German Plotnikov from the men's basketball team, and I would like to say thank you to all our Spirit Supporter squads for their support. You always bring a great deal of energy whenever you perform, and we definitely feel it.
Our next award is the Dr. James M. Stewart Award. This award was created in honor of a man who for 25 years served as president of Hofstra University and was a 2006 inductee into the Hofstra Athletics Hall of Fame. He was a two-sport student-athlete at Hofstra, playing both lacrosse and served as the captain of both teams. Following his retirement in 2001, Dr. Stewart remained an ardent supporter of Hofstra athletics, and in 2002, Hofstra Stadium was renamed James M. Stewart Stadium. This award is given to Hofstra's top scholar athlete from a men's team. Here to present the Dr. James M. Stewart Award are Senior Associate Director of Athletics for Student-Athlete Success, Rachel Peel McAndrew, Assistant Director of Athletics for Student-Athlete Success and Services, Graham Radcliffe, Assistant Director of Athletics Learning Specialist, Allie Brady, Assistant Director of Athletics for Student-Athlete Services, Becky Considine, and Assistant Athletic Director for Compliance and Student-Athlete Success, Rich Weiser.
The nominees for the Dr. James M. Sheward Award are Vincent Apostolico, golf. Cruz Davis, basketball. Sean Hamilton, baseball. Jack O'Malley, soccer. Joshua Reynolds, tennis. Matt Vilas, lacrosse.
And the winner of the Dr. James M. Sheward Award is Josh Reynolds from men's tennis.
Our next award is the Dr. Sylvia J. Gialombardo Award. Dr. Gialombardo served Hofstra University Athletics as Director of Women's Athletics and played a major role in advancing Hofstra's athletic program, both men and women, during her tenure, including creating the first athletic scholarship program for female student athletes here at Hofstra University. Dr. Gialombardo also coached the women's basketball team for 16 years and served as coach of the softball, tennis, and fencing programs during her tenure as well. She was a 2006 inductee to the Hofstra Athletics Hall of Fame. This award is given to Hofstra's top scholar athlete from a women's team. Remaining on stage to present this award is the academic support team.
For the Dr. Sylvia J. Gialombardo Award are Beatriz Alves, volleyball. Leah Forst Donnell, tennis. Amy Hodgson, soccer. Carissa Huff, field hockey. Madeline Rudolph, lacrosse. Haley Venturini, softball. Emma Von Essen, basketball.
And the winner of the Sylvia J. Gialombardo Award is Beatriz Alves, volleyball.
Myers Award. This award was created in honor of a man who served as Hofstra University's Director of Athletics, head men's lacrosse coach, and head football coach for a quarter of a century. He recorded 214 wins as lacrosse coach and made 4 NCAA Division I championship tournament appearances. Coach Myers recorded 141 wins as a football coach, and in 1959 he led the team to the first undefeated season in Hofstra football history. He was a 2006 inductee into the Hofstra Athletics Hall of Fame. This award is given to Hofstra's top student athlete from a men's team. Here to present this award is Assistant Vice President for Hofstra Athletics and Chief Operating Officer. Please welcome Jay Artinian.
Are Joseph Giamanco, golf. Pierce Infuso, soccer. Abraham Longosiwa, cross country, track. John Madsen, lacrosse. Kyle Mosher, wrestling. Dylan Palmer, baseball. German Plotnikov, basketball.
The winner of the Howard Howdy Myers Award is Pierce Infuso from the men's soccer team. As mentioned earlier tonight, Pierce cannot join us due to his commitment with his professional soccer club, NYCFC 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, next up is the Dr. Nathalie J. Smith Award. This award honors a woman who has been an integral part of women's athletics at Hofstra University. Dr. Smith started the volleyball and women's lacrosse teams at Hofstra and coached field hockey as well. She toured the world as a member of the United States women's lacrosse team and also served as chairperson of our physical education department. In 2006, she was inducted into the Hofstra Athletics Hall of Fame. This award is presented annually to Hofstra's top student athlete from a women's team. Here to present this award is Dr. Nathalie J. Smith and Senior Associate Director of Athletics for Compliance, Diversity, and Inclusion, Senior Women Administrator Alyssa Morales Kelly.
The nominees for the Dr. Nathalie J. Smith Award are Kiara Kuko, volleyball. Millie Davies, soccer. Nikki Manella, lacrosse. Alana Morse, softball. Hika Roos, field hockey. Zahima Swint, basketball.
And the winner of the Nathalie J. Smith Award is Nikki Manella from the lacrosse team.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to honor our seniors. So, at this time, for all of our seniors and graduating students, can we please have you rise? And for everybody else, to give them a round of applause, a well-deserved round of applause. This incredible group of people are the glue of any team and provide leadership and other intangibles to any program. Please join us as we recognize this outstanding group of people sent to the alma mater of Hofstra University.
Where minds are filled with wonder and hearts are full of pride, there stands our alma mater, so radiant to shine, nurturing thy scholars like parents raise their young. Dear Hofstra, we are grateful, and thus we thank thee for inspiring us and guiding us through all the great unknown. Oh, hail the blue and gold. Unrivaled motivation, invaluable and true, selfless with thy knowledge and vision to pursue. Through all the lands we journey, thou shalt remain our home. Dear Hofstra, we are grateful, and thus we thank thee for inspiring us and guiding us through all the great unknown. Oh, hail the blue and gold. Where minds are filled with wonder and hearts are full of pride, there stands our alma mater, so radiant to shine, nurturing thy scholars like parents raise their young. Dear Hofstra, we are grateful, and thus we thank thee for inspiring us and guiding us through all the great unknown. Oh, hail the blue and gold.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for all of our seniors. From our senior salute to our senior speaker. The senior speaker was introduced in 2005 as a way of having a representative from the graduating class convey the message of the Hofstra student-athlete experience. The Department of Athletics selects a speaker or speakers who best represents Hofstra University at the highest level in the classroom, on the field, and in the community. Here to offer words on behalf of the senior class, please welcome from the Hofstra volleyball team, Beatriz Alves.
Good evening, everyone, and congratulations to all award winners tonight. I hope you all know how appreciated your efforts are. The HOFSPYS evening is always something I look forward to, and seeing that everyone showered today really warms my heart. It's really great to see you out of those sweaty grays. To begin, I would like to thank President Poser for your continued support of our athletic department. We are truly grateful for your presence during games, and it means a lot to see you in the crowd cheering while wearing the university's color. I also want to express our gratitude to the senior administrators for all the hard work you do to provide us with the best collegiate experience possible, and for pushing us to excel in our fields of action. Thank you to recall. I can speak for the volleyball team when I say how grateful we are for your closeness with our program and encouragement you've given us through the seasons. Now I want to express how grateful I am to be standing here representing the graduating class of 2025. It is an immense honor. 4 years ago, freshman Bia sat at the ceremony for the first time, having no clue what was about to unfold in her life. Throughout the years, we, now seniors, have watched previous graduates speak about how Hofstra is special because of the people we meet in here. And honestly, I could not agree more. The athletic community we are part of is truly unique, one that is composed by people coming from all over the world, each leaving a mark on each other's lives in countless ways. On the volleyball team, we always talk about leaving a legacy to the ones who come after us. After a while, I began to realize that legacy is only meaningful if built upon shared memories with those who surround us. So today I would like to share some of my memories. Bus rides, team meals, pre-game routines, post-game celebrations. Walking around the campus, sharing class notes, having late-night library sessions, crossing each other in studio and having a quick conversation, or sometimes just giving that little head nod after a long day. Pushing each other during early morning lifts during pre-seasons and early morning lifts during post-seasons. Running the treadmills on the field, or trying to get a stadium done while wondering how the wrestlers finish so quickly. Participating of Hofstra student athlete orientations and watching Lauren misspell Hofstra. Meeting at the chaotic training room before practice when 3 of the teams are about to go, and then coming back after practice just to laugh at the soccer guys who cannot handle the ice bath. Sorry guys, you win too much, I had to have this one. Running up and down from practice facility to class, to dorms, and back to the field. These are the memories that will be cherished the most. That's the legacy we will leave behind. Those quotidian moments we barely notice, but shaped the majority of our days and made life become more than just expectations we put on ourselves. A very strong value we hold onto the volleyball team is exercising gratefulness every day. It is an exercise of reflection over the little gestures and appreciating the often unnoticed details of daily life. But today, the athletes here can be grateful for much greater reasons. Thank you to all the coaching staffs who go above and beyond to ensure that we receive the best opportunities to grow and pour their time, effort, and energy to teach us all the knowledge their cards are for. A special thank you to Emily, Hava, Steve, Laura, and Dave for teaching me to become a better human and provide me with a family away from home. Next, I speak for all the athletes when I say how deeply grateful we are to the athletic trainers and strength and conditioning coaches who help to mend our bodies and minds, allowing us to perform our best day in and day out. Staff, you are a blessing. And I don't even have enough words to thank you for all the miracles you've worked during the time we've been together. Thank you to all those who work in the facilities and to Elisa, Rebecca Bertuccio, Rachel Peel, Ali, Rich Weiser, Stephen Gorchov, Jay, and Becky for ensuring that we have all the access to the resources available in the athletic, academic, and social fields surrounding Hofstra. Lastly, a personal thank you to Kathy. You have been such a role model for the woman I aspire to be. Your work ethics and the care you show to every athlete is incredibly inspiring, and I hope to become 10% of the strong woman I've witnessed in you. I want to leave a quick message to those of you who still have time to enjoy all that Hofstra has to offer. During my time here, I have this repeated conversation with a person I spent a lot of time with. Every day, I would walk in the gym and ask him, "How are you doing?" The answer was, "I'm doing great. Today is the best day of my life." Every day, the same question and the same answer, again and again and again. sorry. Until one day I asked him, how is it possible that every day is always the best day of your life? You catch a bunch of crazy women. He looked at me with a smirk and said, today's the best day of my life because it's the only one I have. To those continuing your Hofstra journey, as athletes or graduate students, live one day at a time. Wake up and say, today is the best day of my life. Regardless if you're tired, stressed, or drained, make the most of what you have this one day. One by one, enjoy the people, the campus, the classes, the food, and all that makes Hofstra unique. You've got this. And to those who are stepping into new chapters beyond the safety of our community, I wish you the best of luck. Go show the world the incredible humans you've become. Keep excelling, keep growing, and keep building memories. You will be forever part of mine. Finally, I just want to wish the happiest of birthdays to our one lady, Clara Ball. We all love you so much. And go Pride. Thank you, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for your senior speaker from the Hofstra volleyball team, Beatriz Alves. Thank you, Beatriz. It is now my pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce a man whose sheer dedication and drive to lift Hofstra athletics to new heights of excellence is truly unparalleled. He will offer his words on the year in Hofstra Pride athletics. Please welcome Vice President and Director of Athletics, Rick Cole, Jr.
Good evening, Bea. That was unbelievable. I convinced myself last year that I'm not sure why I speak after our students get up here and speak, and certainly after Nick's message as well. The video, it was just simply incredible. I think uniquely this night is special for us all in different ways, whether you're 30 years removed from your college athletic experience or more or less, or you're just finishing, or maybe you're just completing your freshman year. So a good evening to everyone. I'd like to say a special welcome to the softball team that's down in the hotel watching this on the screen, getting ready for CAA championship. Congratulations to all on an incredible academic and athletic year. It's really my honor and a pleasure to celebrate with you tonight, and what a wonderful night it's been. And I'd like to take a moment to thank the group. Becky led a committee, and I'd like, if we can, between athletic communications, facilities, but anyone that was on that celebration committee that transitioned the award ceremony back from the theater to here, if they could please stand so we can acknowledge them for all their incredible efforts. Please, a lot of work goes into this. Please, facilities, athletic communications, coaches that have been working, really great job. I'd also like to do a quick, I know many have been thanked, our coaches and staff, the tireless effort, so much sacrifice personally of your personal life and the people that matter to you. Thank you so much for your leadership and your mentorship. Sadiq, you are a gift to us. You are the voice of our program. I'd almost prefer you read my speech from now on, if that's okay. And I get pretty angry when you're not at our basketball games, but we'll talk about that later. So a round of applause for Sadiq, who always does a fabulous job. Dr. Poser, I think, had her third event tonight, but it's important that we're reminded by the incredible leadership, support, and passion she has for you all as student athletes, certainly for our coaches and staff. But what's awesome about our president, and she's not here to hear this, so I can almost get away with saying it, is I believe she's like that for all of our constituent groups on campus. But she does make an extra effort to ensure to visit with you all, get to games, and certainly support you in every way that she can. I'd also like to thank our cabinet who are my greatest teammates. They are the behind-the-scenes folks that help our athletics program, and it's important to remember that it doesn't happen by ourselves. So Jessica Eads, Denise Cunningham that are here tonight, two great teammates, two great friends. You make me better, you make us better, so thank you both for being here tonight. To our staff, I think Bea touched on it, the trainers, the athletic comms, the facilities, the academic advisors, strength and conditioning. They are so passionate about our student athletes, and if I miss somebody, I apologize. So my senior team, my executive team, just tremendous friends and colleagues, so thank you. So I know we have some families and donors online. We thank them, of course, as always. I'd like to again echo Sadiq's shout out to our spirit teams who continue not only to compete and train for their own successes, but support us. And of course, to the national champions, well done dance team. Congratulations again. So it's been a year filled with hard work, heart, and the unwavering spirit that defines what it means to be a Hofstra athlete. And tonight, we have celebrated many achievements: athletics, academics, the difference you've made in our community. And being a part of Hofstra is special, but being a part of Hofstra athletics, that's something truly extraordinary. Because being part of a team means learning, growing, and showing up for one another, even when it's hard, and especially when it's hard. College athletics gives us more than competition. It gives you a foundation for life. It teaches you how to succeed and how to bounce back. You learn the value of preparation, the power of perseverance, the importance of every role on the team. It's not always about the star player. Every single person matters, and everyone counts. In ways that don't always show up, however, on the stat sheet. And the championship behaviors that we witness aren't always when people are watching, aren't always the people that get the accolades or the video on social media. But everyone contributes and everyone can grow if we choose to by recognizing our opportunities by both our successes, our frustrations, and even our failures. At Hofstra, we try to stay true to our core values of building champions. And tonight, we honor standout performances and memorable moments, but I'm also here to recognize the quiet contributions, the unseen effort, and the deep lessons that come with being a part of something bigger than yourself. Participation in college athletics, I believe, with all my heart, is a gift. But not just because of the wins or the stats. It's the real value lies in what it teaches you for the long haul. You learn how to show up. And you learn how to show up on the days sometimes it's easy, and more importantly, on the days when it's really not. You learn how to lead, and sometimes more importantly, you learn how to follow. You learn how to succeed with humility, and you somehow discover how to lose with grace. You learn that it's not always about you or the one or the few players. It's about the entire team. Everyone contributes. The bus rides, the early lifts, the heartbreaks, the comebacks, the challenging ones just as much, if not more, than the great ones. Because it's in adversity that you discover resilience. It's in the close losses that you learn about character. And it's in the daily and little grind of every season that you gain discipline, time management, and teamwork skills that will serve you for a lifetime. I often hear from people. I just had a conversation last week, actually, with an industry leader that simply said, I want to hire former athletes. That's all I want to hire. Now, I'm not here to tell you that there aren't fabulous human beings and extremely talented folks that are not human athletes. But they say they want to hire student athletes from many and diverse professions. It's because we know what it's like to deal with adversity. We know what it's like to deal with difficult situations, loss, difficult people, difficult coaches, difficult teammates, and yet we still rise. We may stumble and get knocked down, but we find a way to get up and rise again. And we may not get the position we want, the playing time necessarily that we love, or love all the people we work with or playing for, but we pivot, we get back up, we move forward, and we adapt. That's what sport has taught us our whole lives, and that's what being a collegiate athlete has taught us. Sometimes players, coaches, and staff move on to different positions, different roles, and at times we discover it's a better fit. We just couldn't see it at that moment. Just like in life, and just like in our professional and personal endeavors, we learn to adjust. The classroom of sport teaches us and prepares us for all of life's challenges. And that's the gift we don't always see. Collegiate athletic isn't just preparation for a game, it's preparing us for our profession, our future relationships, and for the inevitable curveballs life will throw at us. And perhaps most importantly, it teaches you how to support others, how to lift up a teammate, how to hold yourself accountable, how to be a part of a community that strives not only for excellence, but for each other. And as you move forward, whether you're just beginning your journey with us or preparing to graduate and take on the world, I hope that you'll carry some or all of those lessons with you. They are your edge. They are your differentiators. They are your advantage. They're your foundation and to the core of your pride. So congratulations to every one of you. You make Hofstra proud, not just for what you've accomplished, but for who you are becoming. Continue to take care of yourselves, each other, and the program. Congratulations on an incredible year. And again, to softball, best of luck down at CAAs. I hope to see you by first pitch. Thank you, and go Pride.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Hofstra University Director of Athletics, Rick Cole Jr. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this evening's incredible event honoring you, our outstanding student athletes. We thank you for coming, and we thank all of you watching on the live stream for tuning in and spending your evening with us. To all, have a great night.